Once upon a time, there was a sweet little girl called Little Red Riding Hood because she always wore a red cape made by her grandmother. One day, her mum said, "Little Red Riding Hood, go visit your grandmother and take her this basket of food. She is ill and needs to rest." Little Red Riding Hood, always obedient, took the basket and set off towards the woods. Her mum warned her, "Don't talk to anyone and don't stray from the path." But as soon as she entered the forest, Little Red Riding Hood met the big bad wolf. The wolf, who was very clever, saw an opportunity for a snack. He approached the girl with a wicked smile. "Good morning, Little Red Riding Hood. Where are you going with that lovely basket?" asked the wolf, pretending to be kind. Little Red Riding Hood, not knowing the wolf was dangerous, replied innocently, "I'm going to my grandmother who lives beyond the forest. She is ill, and I'm bringing her some food." The wolf, sniffing the air, thought of an evil plan. "Why don't you pick some flowers for your grandmother? She would love that," he suggested, knowing it would give him time to reach the grandmother's house first. Little Red Riding Hood thought it was a good idea and stopped to pick some flowers, while the wolf hurried off to the grandmother's house. Arriving at the cottage, he knocked on the door. "Who is it?" asked the grandmother weakly. "It's me, Little Red Riding Hood," replied the wolf, imitating the girl's voice. The grandmother, suspecting nothing, said, "Come in, the door is open." In a flash, the wolf entered, swallowed the grandmother whole, and put on her hat and glasses. Soon after, Little Red Riding Hood arrived at her grandmother's house, thrilled with the flowers she had gathered. She knocked on the door. "Who is it?" asked the wolf, disguised as the grandmother. "It's me, Little Red Riding Hood. I brought you some food, grandmother." "Come in, dear," said the wolf in a raspy voice. Little Red Riding Hood entered and immediately noticed something strange. Her grandmother looked different. "Grandmother, what big eyes you have!" exclaimed Little Red Riding Hood, approaching the bed. "The better to see you with, my dear," replied the wolf, trying not to be discovered. "Grandmother, what big ears you have!" continued Little Red Riding Hood, more puzzled. "The better to hear you with, my dear," replied the wolf, licking his lips. "Grandmother, what big teeth you have!" Little Red Riding Hood finally said, noticing the sharp teeth. "The better to eat you with," roared the wolf, leaping out of the bed. But just then, a hunter passing by heard Little Red Riding Hood's screams and rushed to the house. With a mighty leap, he entered the cottage and saw the wolf about to devour the poor girl. Bravely, the hunter grabbed the wolf,